All right. Level 9 on relevance of things. Not necessarily to share professional knowledge on things, but my personal thoughts and my ideas going through my mind at the current time, at the current recording, and at the current level. What I want to share is definitely personal opinion, and it doesn't reflect anything to anyone or whatsoever, except to reflect on my own thoughts, just questioning my surroundings. Recently, I was really enraged. I was really terrible. Um, the reason was something I cannot share now, but maybe in the following times. But I was outraged. I'm crazy. I'm shouting, cursing endlessly, maybe for a couple of hours, let's say. Let's keep it simple. And then somebody next to me that I can say my mentor on life and how to live, he just looked at me. He didn't respond. He didn't say anything. Then I started to curse him. He just looked at me and he's as he wants to say, "Are you done?" And I was like, okay. Then this thing clicked in my mind, and I was like, hang on a minute. How I feel has perhaps very little relevance on another person or another personality, let's say. And then I realized, wow, that's a big lesson to learn. Afterwards, I noticed that he's like this when he's with me. But when we go outside, hanging out or like for just to enjoy the, weather or something, or sharing thoughts, he's different. He acts differently. He thinks differently. He's very strategical, very aware of things, and that's why I decided to pick him as my mentor. And yeah, that teach me a lot, because when you have a mentor that you share things, you also learn, because while sharing, you also get it. I mean, when you give something, there's nothing, like an empty exchange. Somehow something happens when I'm giving this voice through my vocal cords, and it's going through in waves through the microphone of the my recorder. It's reflecting back to you, and at the same time I'm getting back maybe your thoughts or opinions or whatsoever that is not describable at the current time. I'm receiving it back, not maybe now, but maybe in the action of doing, or maybe even though that's nothing, I'm getting back as an expectation. Because why do I take this video? Maybe I'm expecting something, right? Maybe I'm not. I don't know. I'm doing this actually mostly on idea or on the relevance of, if I will ever to continue to live from this second, onward, just to see maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 years later, or maybe longer or maybe shorter, to see how far I made a progress in my life, and how was the current scheme or the current events going on that current level I mentioned, and still I'm sharing now, was it and will be in the future. So I want to see, did I made a progress, at least even on like nano, like on particle, like nanoparticle level or angstrom level, did I make a small progress for future, in whether it's my personal development or my philosophy, or in my body, in my communication, in every aspect that I'm sharing here right now with the future. So, but how much relevant is it? So that's what I'm thinking, and that's why I'm sharing these videos, to show every day and to record my life like episodes, like levels. I want to call them levels, and like episodes through my life, but I want to record them like levels, because I perceive it as personally as a level. Because when I look around, this is how I want to see. Like, I think in levels. For example, when I look at here, I taste the wonderful coffee I'm having. That's one level. Then I look at this beautiful pictures and colors, designs, and think in another perspective. That's another level. But this, what I said now, is also another level. But maybe I'm not thinking. For example, maybe I'm not thinking who made this ceramic glass, or the design. For example, I'm not thinking. Now I'm in another level, and so on. Like, these levels are always in constant motion and always shifting, like water. When you like shift and like swing your hand in the water, and how the water starts to move, or when you put a cube of sugar and then you start to mix, then you can observe that the sugar is blending with the coffee, right? So this is how it is. That's how I observe the levels and how I think in life. For example, another thing now relevant on this level 9 is a time. For example, I got asked some questions recently, and it was funny for me in afterwards, when I reflected on the idea and the experience. And that was, somebody asked me a question that I cannot share now, but I will give you example how it is. Like, let's say he said to me, "Oh, weather is so terrible," and I'm like, "Okay, but what do you mean weather is terrible? It's just because it's a little bit windy, or it's cloudy? Is this what you're thinking? Or the weather is terrible because of the season?" So the time frame, the perspective of the time that he has in his mind. I'm trying to understand this and processing the every possible solution going on. And then I'm thinking, wait, does he mention like the weather is bad? Maybe he's talking about the markets, the economy, or like the weather is bad, or is it some kind of thing? I'm trying to process this question, and then I get flash. I'm like, wow. So I ask him, why do you think? Then he says to me, oh, because like this and this, don't you feel like a little bit cold or something? And I'm like, oh, is it that simple? Because I'm thinking of the climate, and then I'm thinking of the changes going on around the world, and not just in the current geographical location we are in, but the beyond. Let's say in uh, not just in Asia, in Europe, or what's going on in Africa, in America, in Australia, or even in Antarctica, and what's going on as the weather condition in other planets that I can tell you, like Neptune, like Jupiter or Mars, that I can think of. But even this is a limitation in and of itself, because why I'm not thinking, for example, Eris or Sirius, why I'm not thinking of Pluto or other galaxies, or other stars. I'm just making it all out now, but you get the point what I want to share. I hope so, because I don't get it myself. So these are the my thoughts on this current level on relevance. I mean, how relevant things actually? Do you really question the life? Do you really look at what you are going through and because we have this aspect of feelings, but at the same time we can think in logical terms, and also we can get the perspective, like suck out, go outside, completely outside of the planet, outside of the galaxy, and think of this term, and how relevant are things actually when you think the cosmic perspective. Or let's try the opposite way. Actually, let's go to the cellular, on atomic level, on even on subatomic level. Think on the relevance of things, how relevant they are actually. So these are the ideas going through my mind, and meanwhile I'm trying to develop my communications, my knowledge, and sharing of this knowledge, because if I'm learning something and I cannot share, it means I lost it. So I'm trying to learn this, and while doing this, I'm trying to make it more appealing, because we live in a era of TikTok, because nobody wants to watch a video more than 5 seconds anymore. So I'm challenging in this current level with taking videos around 10 to 15 minutes. So this gives me, number one, chance to improve myself, to observe myself, what am I doing. Number two, to saturate who I want to connect with, because I want to connect with people who wants to know on philosophical things and metaphorical and all aspects of life, let alone. And three, I'm taking these videos naturally with absolutely no edits, so I'm living this information to be sharing by the algorithms and on social media, because like hundreds of engineers are working. I cannot beat them in with a single lifetime, so I'm leveraging this with this length of videos. So if this video has reached you and you come this far, thanks, that means a lot. Or maybe I'm watching, hey, thank you, man, thank me. Thank me for watching me. Yeah, jokes aside, yeah, these are my current thoughts. There are many things that I cannot come up now, because thoughts are flowing really fast, and since I'm not jotting them down and writing somewhere, I have pen and paper here, but I'm just jotting down and writing things that's coming up in my mind, or maybe I can share in the following videos. Or even I'm not even writing, it's just in front of me sitting empty page to remind me the opportunities we have in life, because our life is one big book with empty pages that's waiting us to fill it up. It's up to us to whether write it down or whether keep this book empty. These are the thoughts and current level I'm operating on. I wish you best of luck in your endeavors, in your thoughts, and in everything you want to do in life. I'll catch you on the next level. See ya.